The Greenlid is upon the scene with a range of retail and commercial-ready products for food service. Never heard of Greenlid? No worries, by the end of this episode, you will. All that and coming up today, what's shaking, folks? My name is Elish P. You're tuned in to Food Packaging TV. Wicked. I'm talking to you. You may have seen this 5-6 years ago, or maybe even recently on your binge of Netflix on a show called Dragon's Den, where two young entrepreneurs who are brothers, Morgan and Jackson Wyatt, they're from Brookwood, Ontario, and they came up with an idea for a better solution for their home organics compost bin, which they found was getting increasingly more smelly, wet, and frankly disgusting. Where before, the green bin used to be picked up on a bi-weekly basis, and then it started transitioning towards once a week. And it was at this point they decided that had to be a better solution or a better way than the bioplastic bag that leaked in your kitchen. Enter the Greenlid, the compostable compost bin for your kitchen. A revolutionary green bin that is able to last and resist the wet organics just long enough not to leak and short enough to break down faster than required in a composting cycle. The CEO and founder, Morgan Wyatt, who has a background in chemistry and a PhD in natural products chemistry, has developed a bio-based additive that makes this Greenlid and some of their awesome new products like the Eco Cooler I'm going to show you later on leak-proof. And no, it's not PFAS, which is a big bonus. It's actually a fatty-based additive that has also been patented. So from the Greenlid, they embarked upon making biodegradable mosquito traps. But since the last 16 to 18 months, Greenlid has taken a massive shift to look at different products, particularly around tableware sections that were 100% truly compostable. So in our conversation, Morgan took me back into a time before where plastics existed, back into the 1950s, where only natural materials existed, where you can look at the end of a life cycle of a product and there it was, all 100% natural based, instead of today's materials, which are more bioplastics. And he noted that a lot of the facilities have not been processing bioplastics, and this has been going back for the last 6 to 7 years, and it's really coming out to the forefront. None of Greenlid's products contain any bioplastics except for their bamboo fiber coffee cups, where not too many other materials can take the form of this type of cup shape and also hold liquids for an extended period of time. What was super interesting is that when we're discussing why bioplastics is not a good option concerning municipal green bin programs, according to Morgan, there are no facilities in Canada from a curbside collection point of view that will actually accept compostable plastics. Maybe half of them may consider collecting the compostable plastic bags, but even they don't like to process those. So another interesting point that Morgan mentioned was that all the compostability standards in Canada were created by the government along lobbyists from chemical companies that have invented them, and none were ever done in conjunction with the facilities. So, where a compostable product would require 90 days to compost in perfect conditions, the municipal facility systems that have a max of maybe 45 days. And for the most part, there's no visual difference between a bioplastics and a regular plastics. If you were to put them side by side, I don't think you could tell them apart. Can you? Chances are they'll probably both end up in the landfill. The only time bioplastics may be an exception is in a closed-loop system like an arena or a conference center, where you actually know the only thing that's going to be going into your waste system are the bioplastics, and in turn, the waste can be hauled to a commercial composting facility. So there can be a single-use case for them, but in general, moving away from them are the best practice. Greenlid wants to take the guesswork out of making your compostable product selection, as they've made sure all their products are 100% compostable and PFAS-free, and they'll vet their products for the end-of-life cycle to ensure they meet the latest compostability standards and look to where the future will be. You know what I'm saying? So that said, let's get into their product line, shall we? With the newly announced ban to take place by the end of 2021, plastic cutlery are one of those items that were listed. But rather than looking at bioplastics as an option, Morgan and the Greenlid team have come out with their own line of cutlery made out of birchwood, presenting their amazing cutlery kit that features birchwood cutlery with a weight of 1.8 grams. Forks and knives have been sharpened to provide better user experience, and a spoon has been deepened to carry a good amount of soup to your hungry mouth. And all that is packaged with a soft paper craft napkin inside a beautiful paper wrapper. You see. They're FSC certified and sustainably sourced, and they come in retail packs with sizes of a 24 count and a 150, and even offer the opportunity to custom co-brand the wrapper for marketing purposes. Another item that is on the brink of extinction are straws. Introducing wheat straws. And the reason why these guys are called a straw is because of straw. Like this. They're made out of 100% wheat, and they go through a boiling process, and then it's distilled with water, and then they're UV sanitized, and this process is repeated 3 times to ensure maximum sanitary processes. They're labeled gluten-free, non-soggy, and have no aftertaste to the straw. They come in 8 inches and 6 inches, and they come in diameters from 5 mm to 8 mm to provide a very robust straw experience. They do offer individually wrapped straws, which is great given COVID has demanded these as best practices. Wheat straws are naturally grown, they're not manufactured, so instead of building them up and keeping them around for animal bedding, they can now cut them to the length that they want to, and they can utilize otherwise waste byproduct, and they can be used by restaurants and other food service establishments in lieu of a paper or plastic straw. Next up is Greenlid's line of compostable trays and dishes, which are made out of bamboo fiber, wood fiber, and starch. They are BPI certified compostable and are made from the waste byproducts like wheat straw. They are PFAS free and therefore are made thicker than normal products, so they don't have to have PFAS or any sort of other chemicals to create that water barrier. But they come in a 2-piece offering, which you can mix and match up with various types of lids from fiber, rPET, or even polypro. They're going to be available in multiple sizes and shapes, and they even offer you the option of creating your very own custom shape. They also have a clamshell offering, and technically they're considered PFAS free according to the newest BPI regulation, being that under 100 parts per million. But that small amount of PFAS is required due to small areas such as the hinge or the slits where the containers lock in order to hold up. But then again, they're still less than 100 parts per million, and they're said safe by FDA regulations. Personally, I would try to avoid 0 PFAS where available, but just to keep that in mind. They are certified BPI compostable and can offer custom shapes as well as branding opportunities. Moving along to their tableware lineup, they are perfectly set up for any retail outfit to get behind with a PFAS-free line, giving retailers the opportunity to provide a sustainable solution that they won't have to switch out in the future. Big bonus. As mentioned previously, these bamboo compostable cups do have a PLA liner, which is about 10% of its overall weight, but is more sustainable than just plain paper, as bamboo is a faster renewable resource. Bamboo. They pair these with a fiber lid that are also PFAS free, and they feature a very strong lid fitting, which is probably the most critical factor when drinking coffee, because nobody wants a hot coffee spilled over their pantalones, you know what I'm saying? The lids have a smooth finish, making it feel as if though you're drinking it from a plastic lid, and it has no odor that I've come across anyway, because you know the last thing you want is the taste or flavor of your beverage altered by the lid. But as I sip here with my coffee in my hand and backed by Morgan's guarantee, the lids do not have taste that is foul. Next, we have these retail-ready napkins, which are super neat because these craft napkins are wrapped in a paper wrapper, and they have a reduced count, which in turn reduces the retail space. And because you never need a pack of 500 of bleached napkins when really 100 would do. Am I right? If you're having a house party and you need a set of bowls, plates, cutlery, napkins, straws, cups, lids, the whole kit, it's available in a single box. Better be inviting me, huh? Having a kit like this makes it certainly easier to serve, and it eliminates that hot dog and hot dog bun situation where you have like 6 hot dogs and 10 buns. It just really has to match up. So this is a cool thing that it's featured, and these products, as we've discussed so far, are all the compostable ones that we have on the list. But what we haven't discussed yet are palm leaf tableware. With partners in India, Greenlid has a palm leaf tableware offering that is actually made out of 100% natural palm leaves. And what's cool about that is that each unique leaf is 100% natural. There are no chemicals, and nothing else is added to the process except the fact that it has to get pressed. It offers a very unique and high-end look for those that are doing high-end catering or hosting upscale events. They're perfect to provide sturdy, eco-friendly options. Next is this bad boy, the Eco Cooler, that had recently launched this summer, but due to COVID, it had a bit of a slow start. But we're going to see how these guys take off as the foam ban coming next year. This is going to be the product, or your best companion, I should say, that you're going to take to the beach. This product will be manufactured locally here in Canada, and they're going to be made from 100% recycled cardboard. And you can fill this guy up with 30 cans and a 10-pound bag of ice, and it won't leak. Best of all, this product is reusable, so you can use it over and over again. You like that, don't you? Which brings us to its next of kin, which is none other than the original, the green lid that started it all. The update to this product is that they've eliminated the actual green lid, and now they have a pulp lid. But they didn't change their name to pulp lid, they're still green lid. All you have to do is fill it up with your green leftovers and scraps, and it won't leak, and it won't smell. as the materials act like a natural carbon filter, and the entire item is home compostable and industrially accepted. Boni! And there you have it, folks, the lineup from Greenlid. They're certainly trying to step their best foot forward from the retail and the commercial side of food service. So if you're interested in any of these items, please contact their broker, TTS Marketing. I've left their details in the description below, and they'll point you to the nearest distributor that stocks these products. And that's going to do it for another episode of Food Packaging TV. My name is Elish P. Thank you for joining me. Please feel free to subscribe, like, share the comments. I got a beautiful comment last week. I'll get to you soon. We'll see you next week with a new product launch from Pactiv Evergreen. Peace out!